Alright, so now before we do anything else, I want to make sure the electronics that I'm going to be using are good ones. And I'm going to start with my servos. I have a pile of 5 servos here that all move pretty freely without any unnecessary binding or clicking or anything like that. They're all pretty smooth right off the bat here. And this one's got a little bit, seems like it's got a tiny little bit of drag on it somewhere on this, somewhere on this end of the servo side. But we're gonna check it out too. And then we have this one here, which doesn't have an arm on it, which came from um, the 453D crash, and I know this one's good too. I just take a lightly, gently hold onto this and spin the servo. Try not to do it too hard. I don't want to ruin the splines on the servo shaft there. So it seems to be pretty good. So I'm going to check that one out too. To do that, I've got the my transmitter. I've got the AR7200BX that we've previously bound here. I've got my battery and my ESC over here. So we're just gonna plug these in one at a time into probably the elevator channel just to test them out and see how it works. So I'm gonna plug my ESC into the throttle portion here. At the same time, now that I'm done binding, I like to take this little rubber plug they give you um, uh, uh, with the AR7200BX that keeps me from plugging anything into the wrong, at least into these here, the wrong port there. That's nice. Nice little touch there. Um, so we've got throttle channel plugged into the ESC. I'm going to go ahead and turn my transmitter on. We're good to go. All switches off. Throttle holds off. Everything's centered and ready to go. I'm going to plug in one of these servos into the elevator channel. Alright. I'll make sure that this completely black side is facing the left. I'm going to throw that right into the elevator channel. Alright. There we go. Black wires on the bottom. Orange wires on top. And let's go ahead and plug in our battery to the ESC. And hear the servo move. It's going to initialize. And we are good to go. So I'm listening, and right away it's jerky because I'm moving the BX. It's not initialized, so I need to keep this completely still as possible. Um, and I'm also going to move the channel back and forth. This servo seems great, actually, to be honest with you. Seems really good. There's no binding at all. There's no clicking. There's no rubbing. There's no hesitation or drag. So this is a good one. So I'm going to do that for the next four servos that I have and keep the ones that I want. So I'm going to pause real quick and then come up with the next servo. Alright, so now we've got this next servo we're going to test. So we're going to plug it into the elevator channel. Remember, the black wire goes down and it's in. We're going to plug in our battery real quick. See if I can get the servo here. Plug the battery in real quick. Alright, let it do up. There we go. It's initializing. And let's check this one out. There's no binding here whatsoever. I'm getting a little bit of aileron. Not sure what that's all about when I go left and right. But we are good to go here. There's no binding, there's no hesitation, there's no drag or anything like that. There's no clicking for sure. So this is definitely going in in the usable pile, and we're going to move to the next one. Alright, here we are. We're checking our third servo here out of the batch of 5 that we have. So I'm going to plug it in. Black wire goes down, going into the elevator channel here. So as such, our servo right here, so we can get a shot of that. We'll plug our battery in. Alright, we're initializing, and there we go. Let's check this one. Now this one doesn't sound as smooth. It definitely has a little chattering going on, just a little bit, but not a whole lot. Pretty quiet. I'm hearing a little something right here. Small little click. If I go all the way, it's a small click. But when going like this, I don't see it stopping. Looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll put that in the usable pile. But we'll check the other two and see if they're any better. Alright, here we are. We're going to check out our fourth servo. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and plug that in. Black wire down into the elevator channel. Okay, we got our servo here. Alright, I'm gonna, it's not going to stand up for us. Plug the battery in. Initialize. I hear no chattering right now. This one feels about the same as the last one, but I don't hear that click at the very end, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this one's going to be better than the last one. So we'll bump the other one out and put this one in its place. We got one more to check.